Thank you so much for showing interest into Rush, guys. I know that your time is super precious, so I'm gonna go straight into it. Rush is a Shopify shipment software that literally can turn your one-time buyers into loyal, lifelong paying customers. And how is all that possible? Simply by using a custom branded tracking page, smart triggered email and SMS notifications, upsells and cross-sells to increase your bottom line revenue. For the dropshippers, this is a handy feature. You can blacklist and hide your original location, along with last mile carrier updates and notifications, and last but not least, analytics, dashboard, export and smart delivery estimates. We have currently more than 1,000 Shopify stores using Rush, and the feedback has been incredible, so we're pretty confident that we can definitely meet your needs and satisfy your customers to the best extent possible. Speaking about shipping carriers, currently we have integrations with more than 400 shipping carriers across the globe. So if something is missing, just let us know and we'll make sure to have your shipping carrier integrated ASAP, but it's likely for us to have anything missing at this point. On that note, you might ask yourself, what are the benefits of using Rush at the end of the day? So a couple of them are increasing your customer satisfaction, preventing where is my order emails before they happen, save time and money on customer support tickets, and no more unnecessary disputes in PayPal. Speaking about that, you know how hard these days PayPal are taking action with disputes, chargebacks, you name it, when it comes down to not providing the shipping information for your customers when it's available. And a great advantage is that you can build your brand with every shipment you're gonna be sending. Your customers are gonna be loving these shipping notifications, and this is gonna build trust and credibility. Last but not least, you're gonna increase your revenue and repeat purchases. We are seeing right now some tremendous results from some of our customers who are heavily integrating our shipping events and triggers into their email and SMS flows, and most of them are gonna get at least 10 to 15x return on their investment based on their subscription plan with Rush. So let's cut the chase and go straight into the demo, guys, and hopefully you're gonna like what you're gonna see in the next couple of minutes. So without further ado, let's jump into the demo. And the first time that you're gonna install the app, you're gonna look it up under the apps, under the Rush Ship Track and Notify, and when you log in, you're gonna be presented with a dashboard that is gonna specify some important information in regards to your current shipments and some amount of shipments that are currently unfulfilled, and you probably need to prioritize and move forward with that. On the right hand side, you're gonna see your current billing plan with your current quota based upon the plan, and some KPIs that are gonna get filled up over time when we're gonna start tracking and attributing a future revenue that is going to be coming from the app itself over time. Moving on to the next step is the shipments, where we're going to be syncing all your orders and tracking numbers from the Shopify system, and they're going to be visible in a 4-column dashboard with the current Rush tracking number, with the original shipping carrier tracking number for specific order, and with some details about your customers like shipping addresses, etc. Scrolling down, you're gonna probably notice some labeling system that we applied to provide you with clarity about what's the current status and what's actually the sub-status that we implemented into the Rush system. In this case, as you can see, delivered at the mailbox, or if it's pending awaiting shipment. This is one of the things that we believe that Rush is really standing out from the rest of the competitors and the rest of the softwares in our ecosystem, just because of the fact that we are not only going to look up and listen to the main statuses, aka delivered, pickup ready, waiting for delivery, you name it, but we're going to drill down and look up some more data that we can pull off from the shipping carriers, and you can pretty much select by main status, and you can go under the sub-status and kind of select each sub-status on its own. So in this case, as you can see right now, it's showing 50 out of 62 shipments. If I select at the mailbox only, I'm gonna be left and presented only with 48. So next, guys, we're gonna move to the next step, which is the reporting section. Pretty much straightforward analytics and performance when it comes down to your tracking page and the email notifications that are going to be coming out of our system. But speaking about that, let's jump on a screenshot. And that screenshot is taken from one of our clients. As you can see, once again, this is his current statistics when it comes down to current shipments with no updates for 2-3 weeks, expired tracking numbers, some failing delivery, and the amount of unfulfilled orders. But the beautiful part is that we're calculating right now the KPIs and the return on your investment based upon how much you're going to be spending for your monthly plan and how much total revenue Rush is going to bring back to your store using the tracking page along with the shipping notification system that we have in place. But this is not all, since we have integrations with Klaviyo, Omnisend coming up quite soon, push out. So technically these integrations are gonna have separate statistics that are not calculated in that specific box. And assuming that you're gonna be using Klaviyo and Rush at the same time, you're probably gonna see twice as much that number when it comes down to the money that you're gonna expect to get from returning visitors going back to your tracking page and your website from these beautiful shipping notifications. So if you go under the settings tab, guys, at the top you're gonna find a click link to go and start configuring your tracking page. We're gonna spend a couple of minutes in a bit about the tracking page itself. Scrolling down, you can activate and deactivate the Shopify fulfillment integration. If you scroll a little bit down, you will see the upsells and cross-sells, a great way to boost your AOV and lifetime customer value. And these upsells and cross-sells are available both on the tracking page and on the Omnisend emails as well. Scrolling down, you will see the Omnisend integration, where with a couple of clicks, it's pretty easy. Get your API key from Omnisend, copy and paste it into Rush, and you'll be ready to go. PayPal integration coming quite soon, probably by the time of watching that video. It's gonna be an active feature, meaning that Rush is gonna sync all your tracking numbers with PayPal on the fly every single day, so that you don't need to worry about cases, disputes, chargebacks that are unnecessary for the most part, and we're gonna take care of you guys. And scrolling down, you can see our internal email notification, but we recommend Omnisend for the most part. It's such a robust and advanced software. So look up our knowledge base. We have plenty of videos and tutorials so that you guys are gonna be set up to speed ASAP. Let's move forward with the tracking page configuration. I'm not gonna go super in depth on it, but technically you can specify the layout and look. By default it's gonna come in light and dark mode. You can specify how customers can search for their shipping info via customer email, order number, or customer phone number, or just one of these three, or maybe 2 out of 3. It's up to you to decide how you're gonna set it up. The blacklisting, it's a pretty handy feature for all the dropshippers out there that want to hide the country of origin, aka the first destination that the item and the shipment is gonna be sent out from. Localization, it's pretty much self-explanatory. Carrier info, we can speak about it in a bit as well. You can set up the FAQ, which is gonna be automatically updated on the tracking page itself. And you can update your header links at the top at the header menu, both for links going to best-selling collections or other pages on your website, along with social media icons and links for your social media profiles. Pretty much straightforward tracking and analytics when it comes down to getting your pixels from Google Analytics, Google Tag Manager, Google Remarketing Code, Facebook Pixel. It's simply copy and pasting the IDs. And you can start tracking your tracking page for these different mediums. Now let's take some time and look up the information that you're gonna see and your customers are gonna see once they go to your tracking page for specific shipment, for specific order, and for specific product. I'm gonna refresh the page just for the sake of the demo, and you're gonna notice how dynamically we're gonna populate the map in the middle of the screen. We're going to show the order info, what's within the shipment itself, what's the original tracking number. You can technically hide it. I can show that in a bit. On the left hand side, you're gonna see all the different events that the shipment is going through, date by date, city by city, up until the shipment is gonna get delivered. You can notice that that specific shipment is coming from China, and we can easily blacklist that location. At the top, you're gonna see the frequently asked questions menu, along with some custom links that I have applied for that specific demo store, like the homepage and the best-selling collection. These links are easily customizable on the back of the settings of the app itself. In the right hand corner right over here, you're gonna see what we call as merchant's note, which is a good way to inform your customers in advance for a specific event or a busy season of the year, like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or any holidays that might trigger some delays on your shipments. Just make sure to let them know. Once again, you can disable that feature, but it's up for grab if you decide to use it in your own advantage. Pretty much you can X on that and minimize it to the bottom of the screen. That area is the Upsells Cross-sell area, which is completely customizable as well. You can specify a collection that you can make in advance, and every single time when somebody's gonna look up their order, they're gonna also look up, these products, which by the way are bringing so much more revenue for our clients currently. And truth be told, that specific area is converting at least 10% for all our customers. And to make sure that you're gonna not only fall in the trap that I'm showcasing the desktop version, 85% of the traffic is gonna come from mobile. So let me just mimic our mobile version for the sake of the demo. Okay, I just refreshed that page. As you can see, the merchant note went up. You can once again minimize it. You can scroll up, and your customer is gonna see once again what's within the order itself, what's the original tracking number. As I said, we can hide that specific area. What's the current status? In this case, it's delivered. And if they scroll down, they're also gonna pay attention to the Upsells Cross-sell area, which is gonna go to these different product URLs, along with a specific collection that you can apply in order to maximize the performance of that returning traffic that is gonna be coming your way from taking advantage of these shipping notifications. At the top, once again, it's the menu. I didn't mention that, but your tracking page is coming in light and dark mode by default, and you can easily customize to match the look and feel of your website itself. Okay, how can we do that? It's quite easy, just by going into the settings, enabling a piece of code, which we can provide for you. And once we refresh the page, as you can see, we applied some custom keywords that can literally match your style and look and feel of your brand itself. So let's take one order as an example, and assuming that your customer is gonna go to your tracking page and is gonna look up their order, I'm gonna pull in 1198, and you're gonna see what right now Rush is gonna do. He's gonna go to the database and he's gonna look up that specific order. But assuming that most of you guys are gonna have separate tracking numbers for a single order, we still can separate them and provide the info for your customers. So technically they can look up the second tracking number, right? And they can always go back to the toggle and look up the rest of the two tracking numbers that are currently going to their location. So I might click on this one, and I might go back and click on the carrier awaiting order arrival, and it's gonna zoom out and also provide me with the order info box that is once again is gonna show the items in that specific shipment. Now let's take a minute and speak about the blacklisting location feature. If I go here on that specific tracking number, all I have to do is go back to the settings, and under blacklisting, simply I can either select China or go with Asia as a continent, and just select it, replace with a city as the first location. Let's go with London, And with 2 simple clicks, if I go back to the tracking page, I just refresh, and if I scroll down, right now you can see that the London, Great Britain or UK is the first location of that specific item going to the United States. So, and as you can see, this will be the current location of where the item was delivered in the USA. Let me show you how you can integrate Omnisend with Rush in less than a minute. It's super easy. Once you go to the Rush app, go under settings, scroll a little bit down, click on configure, and make sure that you're going to read through the article over here, which is going to provide you with the link to go to the API page to pick up the API key and just copy and paste it within that specific section. So I'm going to open the article, scroll down, and you're going to see that link, which is going to directly send you to the page where you can pick up your API key. I'm going to click it up, and the API key is going to be available right over here. If you click on that icon, you can simply copy it, go back and just paste it in over here. Select all the events. I mean, optionally you can just, pick some random ones, but for the sake of, taking the full power of Rush and take advantage of all the features and triggers and events that we currently provide to you, simply select all of them, click Save Configuration. You can go back and just click Send Random Event. This will make the connection pretty much a breeze. And when you're ready, you can simply go to the Omnisend account, click on Automation. You can start a brand new workflow and just create a custom one. And from here, if you select the trigger, if you scroll down, you'll be able to see all the Rush events that we just sent to Omnisend. Hope it helps. Be on the lookout for more tutorials that are coming quite soon. So assuming that you guys have already connected Omnisend and Rush, let's go and create a flow using the automation system in Omnisend. So from here, you need to go to Automation and click on a new workflow. Click on Create a Custom Workflow. Go to the triggers right over here, scroll all the way up to the bottom, and you will see all the top tier triggers that we're currently sending to Omnisend that you can use in order to create your shipping flows for different statuses like in transit, delivered, out for delivery, you name it, sky's the limit. We're going to be recording a separate video about some specific use cases and best practices, so be on the lookout for more tutorials coming up quite soon. But in this case, let's assume that you want to create a shipping notification for the delivered status. What you need to do is go and pick up rush_shipment_new_status, rush shipment new status, select it, go to the trigger filters, and under trigger filters you're gonna see once again a bunch of dynamic properties that we're sending to Omnisend. But in this case, just scroll down and look up for the shipment_status. Once you select it, go back to the article, and when you scroll down, you're gonna see all the possible shipping main statuses and shipping main sub-statuses that you can use in order to create shipping notifications. In this case, what we need to do is just get that piece of shortcode, copy it, go back and paste the value over here. Once you're done, click Save, and now you're ready to go. Technically, right now Omnisend will know when a certain shipment is gonna be delivered, and you can start creating, certain, delays, automations, and pick up, different mediums like email, SMS, or push notifications. Let's say that you want to get more specific, guys, and if you want to, for example, create a shipping notification for the substatus at the mailbox, what you need to do is simply get that piece of shortcode from start to finish, copy it, go back to the Omnisend system, and under the filter triggers, we might get rid of the main status. Why? Because we need to pick up another filter. I'm gonna click search, I'm gonna scroll down, and I'm gonna look up for shipment substatus filter, which is the property. Once you find it, simply select it, shipment_substatus, and now you can paste that shortcode that you have just taken from the article. Once you do that, click save, and you're once again ready to go and start creating email, SMS or push notifications to be sent to your customers. Now let's take some time and speak about dynamic properties, which are a super powerful weapon to be used within the content of your emails, SMS or push notifications that you're going to be sending out through the Omnisend system. The reason being is that all the data that Rush is sending to Omnisend can be dynamically updated on the fly the moment that you start applying these dynamic properties, aka shortcodes, and you can go from this to this, and this is exactly what your customers are gonna see once they start receiving these notifications. Super easy to be done, guys. When you go to your workflows, and if you have selected either an SMS, email or push notification, in this case it's an SMS, simply go inside of it. I'm gonna edit the content, and from here, as you can see, this is simply a drag and drop elements and blocks that I've put together, which by the way are gonna be provided by our team. Once you install Rush and start using it, just follow up with our support team. And on top of that, for all the Omnisend users, we are gonna be coming up with done for you email templates and flows, so that the heavy lifting is gonna be taken care of. You need to only focus on your growth and your business. But in a sense, as you can see, this is a block with 2 columns. If I go on the first one, if you want to add a shortcode, all you need to do, or also known as a dynamic property, just click on insert personalization, and right over here just click on custom event. If you scroll a little bit down, you can see all these dynamically updated properties that you can use that are coming from Rush, and just pick one that might be fitting exactly the needs for your content copy and just go after it. On the other hand, you can always go to our knowledge base, where we're going to be constantly updating the content and the articles to make sure you guys are going to be up to speed ASAP. So by going to the knowledge base, you're going to look up all the shortcodes right over here, and we're going to be taking time to explain each one of them one by one, so that you all know in advance what will be the visualization between each of these shortcodes, and you can start implementing them on your email templates, SMS or push notifications. I hope you're liking what you're seeing so far, guys. Let's do a quick recap about the features coming with Rush. Once again, custom branded tracking page that is gonna definitely boost your returning visitors traffic, and equally is gonna make you more money to your bottom line. Smart triggered email and SMS notifications coming up quite soon. Push notifications as part of our integration with PushOwl. Upsells and cross-sells to boost your AOV and lifetime customer value. You can blacklist hide locations like China, Hong Kong, you name it. Super handy feature for the dropshippers. Along if you're shipping items internationally, the last mile carrier updates and notifications are super crucial, just because of the fact that if the original carrier is gonna forward the shipment to the local carrier, meaning whether it's gonna be USPS or Royal Mail or maybe Australian Post or French Post, German Post, it doesn't really matter. We're gonna continue on listening to the local carrier updates up until the shipments are gonna get delivered. And on top of that, if a customer needs to contact the carrier, they're gonna be contacting the local carrier, not the original carrier that shipped out the shipment. And last but not least, again, analytics, dashboard, exports, smart delivery estimates, a beautiful reporting tab that is going to provide you with a return on your investment when it comes down to your current monthly expense with Rush and how much Rush is bringing back to your bottom line. With that being said, thank you so much for spending the time today with me, and talk to you soon.